Okay, so this week's episode is going to show you a couple of easy maintenance routines. One is the Anode rod for the water heater, replacing it. How to replace it is fairly simple, but I'll show you a couple of tips. And then the second is adding a check valve, a water check valve onto your water pump, because what happens is if the water check valve in the water pump fails, then the water from your city connection will start to fill up the fresh water, and it eventually will start leaking on the outside on your overflow valve. And so now we're going to fix that so that it never happens again. The way that we decided to fix this is to add an inline check valve. And that way the problem will be solved forever. And so you won't have to be worried if the water pump check valve fails. Okay, so take a look and let me know what you think. Okay, so the very first thing you do is you come over here and you turn off the hot water heater. Okay, so once you have the hot water turned off at the water heater, then you just come over here and turn on your hot water and let it run till it's got nothing but cold water in the hot water heater tank. These are the tools that we'll need to do that. We'll need something to spray out the hot water heater, some Teflon tape, a 1 1/16 socket, and that's what we're going to need. This, last time I changed it out, this has oftentimes comes with this wand thing on it, and it just fell off while I was using it inside of the water heater, and fortunately I was able to work it and get it back out of, just so you know. I prefer this type of sprayer. So let's go over to where the water heater is. I've already let all the hot water out of the water heater tank. And now I'm going to shut off the water heater. Just did that. I'm going to turn off the water. I don't think we want it filling back up once I release it. Next, we'll need to release a little bit of pressure. Release pressure first. I'm removing the old Anode rod. Now, we can remove that rod without nearly as big of a thing. Goody.
That's not too bad.
Here's our old Anode rod, which is not really too bad. It's been in there for a long time. Okay, now that I have a new hose, I'm going to clean out the inside of that with this. Try to get as much of that mineral stuff out of there as humanly possible. Well, that's as clean as I can get it that I am aware of. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put, this is called Blue Monster, onto the threads and put it back in.
Could you have waited to put a new one in?
I possibly could have waited a little bit longer, but it's time. It's okay. You should check it every 6 months to a year, and it's been a year, so.
Wow. My, how time flies.
Right.
So you're going to screw that back in.
Yep. It's a little tricky because this is a long rod and you got to kind of keep it straight. But with a little bit of perseverance,
and hand dexterity.
We'll figure it out. I think I might have it. Yep.
Pretty.
All right, we'll see if that holds water. So now I turn on the regular water.
It's holding in there.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
And I'll turn on the water heater. So that's how you replace an anode rod, and you should do it, like I say, 6 months to a year. Keep an eye on it. You can see it really did great at doing its job. So. Hi, this morning I'm going to install an inline water check line valve, which is this item right here. It will prevent water from going back into your water pump, because sometimes their check valves, they don't really work all that well, and what'll happen is you'll get water coming into the system and overfilling your freshwater tank. So this is one way to avoid that.
Does it have an arrow on there?
Yes, it does.
So it tells you which way you're supposed to install it.
Right, here's the arrow.
Right.
That's saying the direction of the water flow.
Yes.
So if I put it on the outside outflowing portion of the water pump, the water will flow through it this way, but it will not be able to flow through this way. Okay, so this is one half of the equation. The other half are these. You'll have one on either side of this, and these are really cool because you just have to cut your water line and then insert on this side and on this side, and then just put this in the middle, and voila, it's all done. All right, once I got in there, I discovered I didn't need those things because I thought it was on a PEX hose, and it's not. So what I needed was really just a half to a half, so I can just include this check valve into the process. So that's what I'm going to go and do now.
Okay. Just a part of RVing full time. Yay!
So first, you're going to need to know where your water pump is located. Ours happens to be located behind this, and so you can remove that so you can have access to it. So once you remove it, there's a bunch of other things that you're going to find back there, like this is for our heater and other things. So you got to search till you find both the water pump and the city connection, and you want to install it between the water pump outflow and the city connection. So there's the water pump right there, and this is the inflow into the water pump, and so we're going to want it on the outflow of the water pump. And I think I'm going to have to go at it from the other side.
What do you need?
There's some blue tape.
Okay.
I know it looks like I really cranked on this, and it's a plastic fitting, so you don't really want to crank on it too hard. Be careful. Okay, now it's the moment of truth. Go turn on the water. Okay, it all looks good. We should not have that problem anymore. There it is. I hope you enjoyed the 2 easy fixes. And if you do find them useful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.
Do you have a question, comment, or suggestion? Please let us know. We like talking to you. We'd sure appreciate you liking and subscribing to our channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell, and please share with your friends.